Welcome to the keel test. You'll keel.
The ultimate Forged in Fire matchup.
You are the Forged in Fire champion.
2 champion blades in a deadly weapon showdown.
It will keel.
20 blades, 20 champions. You decide the winner. Forged in Fire madness.
The Mesopotamian Sickle Sword.
My name is Robert Taylor. I'm from Brentwood, California. I'm a sergeant with the San Francisco Sheriff's Department. I took up bladesmithing because I'd like to watch the Forged in Fire. It's something I really want to go further in, become an ABS smith, maybe a master smith someday, because I love forging.
The sickle sword originated in Mesopotamia at the height of the Bronze Age, around 2500 BC. These sickle and curved-shaped swords often symbolized royalty and power, and were primarily wielded during ceremonies by kings and authority figures. Although these swords were not common on the battlefield, the belly of the blade allowed for quick, devastating blows and inspired designs for later weapons, such as the deadly Egyptian khopesh.
The biggest problem I'm seeing is a sharp bend down and then a short sweep up to a curve. So that's going to be hard to make sure I get the dimensions in right.
Excalibur!
It's actually not Excalibur. The sword in the stone is a medieval broadsword.
My name is Scott Sweeter. I am 51 years old, and I am a blacksmith for a living. I love the process of making blades. There is no limit to what you can do with it. It's just your own imagination.
The actual sword in the stone is located in Siena, Italy, believed to have belonged to Saint Galgano. Legend has it the Archangel Michael asked Galgano to give up all of his possessions, which he argued would be harder than splitting a stone. To prove his point, Galgano struck a rock with his sword, which cut through with ease, leaving only the hilt and a few inches of blade exposed. The sword in stone is still encased to this day inside the Monteseppi Chapel. While it's impossible to authenticate the sword's legendary history, recent scientists have verified that an analysis of the metal dates back to the 12th century, consistent with the timeline of Galgano.
Back at my home forge, I'm going to be making a Mesopotamian sickle sword. The biggest build I've done yet. I'm doing 1,000 layers, Samurai construction. So I'm going to go 500 layers of Damascus on each side with a 1084 center core. Looking good. I'm doing 1,000 layers, so I want to go 10 times more than I did in round 1. All right, we're going for our final forge weld. As long as I'm solid with my steel, 1084 will give it more stronger center. I feel pretty good in my progress. I'll forge press that out tomorrow. We're going to go ahead and feed it over the anvil. The place where I want it to bend will bend down, and then the tip will start bending up automatically as I hit it. I'm whacking it on the horn to get it to bend down. It's easier than using the hammer. I like it. Got the build all ready for the quench. If this quench doesn't go right, I'm gonna have to go ahead and start over, and that's gonna suck. Went in pretty hot. We'll see if we have any bad forge welds. We have a hard blade. I want to keep it light enough and balanced enough for somebody to swing it. Getting there. Feel really good about my weapon. Getting all the fit up done. I think this thing's gonna slice anything they put before it.
Today, I'm making a European broadsword. I'm going to do 2 types of twisted Damascus going opposite directions and a linear bar for the center. I am very happy to be back home. I know that I have all the proper tooling to do stuff very quickly. But I think it's going to be a very challenging competition. I got the twisted Damascus done. I've got to cut them to size and then clean up the edges that I'm going to re-weld. That's where it's at right now. Today's most important thing is getting that heat treat done. If I can get it done early, I can focus on the handle for the rest of the build. It's pretty straight, and it definitely heat treated. I'm just going to clamp it while it cools. I thought I had the heat treat right, but unfortunately, after I pull it out, it's got a nice warp in it. Oh. It looks like I might have to heat treat again. The one difference is I'm going to use my quench tank as my temper oven. I'm going to get the oil up to the same temperature as I would the oven, to about 450 degrees, then hold my sword in it for at least 10 minutes so it gets a nice soak. Pull it out of the quench, and comes out almost perfect. All I have to do tomorrow is fit and finish, guard, handle, pommel. First, I need to get the holes drilled on the guard and the pommel. And that's all I need. It's looking pretty good. End of day 4, this broadsword is built, and I am ready to go have dinner with my wife.
Bladesmiths, welcome to the kill test. So to find out what kind of lethal damage they will do, I'm gonna take your weapons and deliver some lethal blows on this ballistics dummy. All right, Robert, your turn, sir. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this. All right, Robert, let's talk about your sickle sword. It's a very light blade, that much lighter than the other one. And the angle that you have in here lends itself to use not only velocity, but the sharpness of your edge to cut very deep into this ballistics dummy. And overall, sir, you will kill.
Thank you.
It's got your turn, sir. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's do this.
I'm ecstatic to see Doug playing with my sword because it's exciting to see what it can do to the human body, what it's built for.
All right, Scott, first up, that is beautiful to look at.
Thank you.
Now, the wire wrap does give me some kind of contours to hold on to. Every slice, or should I say chop, dug deep into this ballistics dummy. Overall, the kind of weapon and damage you can do with this, it will kill.
Thank you.
Welcome to the strength test, the Armored Warrior Chop. To test the strength and overall durability of your Mesopotamian sickle swords, I'm going to be chopping into these armored warriors.
Let's roll the dice.
Good job.
Well, Robert, the big thing is, it's one sword. Nice job.
Thank you.
All right, gentlemen, it's time for the strength test. Now, to test the strength and overall construction of your blades, we have the battering ram chop.
I am very nervous. I am very, very nervous. I don't know how it's going to do. All I can do is trust that I built it correctly.
So right off, Scott, everything's solid and tight. All in all, I think you did a great job. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Now it's your turn. Which weapon will you choose? Forged in Fire Madness.